This is an awesome video, guys. It's so exciting. The awesome people over at Loose Collector got in contact with us and said, would I like a first look at BloodWulf? Yes! Hey guys, it's me, host Superstar. Thank you very much for tuning in. I'm so excited to have this. This is a first for us. This is an exclusive. I know we've had one from Hasbro in the past, where Hasbro sent us a figure early to review. This has come from Loose Collector. They made the Mr. Hyde figure that I love so much, and I think this is about my third or fourth figure from Loose Collector, and for my collection, and it is amazing. I did see last night that Robbo Don't Know did post a video as well, so he got both of them. He got BloodWulf and Bloodstrike. I was very fortunate enough that the people over at Loose Collector got in contact, like I say, and said, would I like to do BloodWulf? These are... Oh, look how cool. So there's no official box or anything yet, because these are just, like I say, straight from the conveyor belt. And these look awesome. So we're going to jump in and see what these figures are about. These are very 90s nostalgic action figures. Very cool looking action figures. I'm not overly au fait with the comics. I have seen these characters before. I've seen the artwork in comic book stores, but I've never read them before. So I'm completely blind to this, guys, so you have to bear with me. I know that the comic book was by Rob Liefeld, I want to say, and there was a bunch of other stuff that he did as well. I believe didn't he also do like Batman and stuff back in the day and things like that. But anyway, let's take a look at this awesome BloodWulf action figure. I'm so excited. BloodWulf is so cool. He looks like he's just stepped straight out of like an X-Force comic. You can definitely see those like 90s influence here. This comic book, it's not something like I say I'm au fait with, but I'm definitely going to be going and checking it out now that I've got this figure, because let's take a closer look, because this figure looks awesome anyway. But then he comes with a ridiculous amount of hands. See, there's like a hand for every occasion here. It comes with a ridiculous amount of guns. So look at that. Look at all these bits and pieces. Then he comes with the world's biggest gun as well. I believe this knife is meant to come out of there, but that is like firmly in there. But he does have a pouch on the back for a knife to slide into, so this definitely feels like it should come off, but maybe because of this is like a test product that they've sent us, this might be firmly in there and I don't want to break it. So this might be just something that's firmly in there right now. I'll have a go. I did try and wedge it out with something that I used my trusty scissors, guys, and I did try to push this out, and we had a little boo-boo. So let's not try that again. But looking at this figure, like I say, if you were going to use this guy as a part of like a Marvel Legends display, it would work, and it would definitely scale with those. He is pretty tall, but he's about the same height as like Cable and stuff. But he's really cool looking figure. His hair obviously gives him that different extension. This is like the aesthetic of what I would want it to have looked like in a sci-fi in the 90s. You know what I mean? This is like me growing up saying, look how cool this all is. I love all the buckles and rivets and all that cool stuff. I'm loving all the ammo and things, and I love this. So these little pegs on the back are so that he can peg his weapons to him, so he can always so we can always carry them around with him, which I think is badass. So we got these little pegs there, and we just try and do that, pop that into place. We just pop that in. There you go, and you can slot the weapons to his body, which is awesome. So he can carry those around with him whenever he needs them, and he's also, like I say, can carry the big boy. But the big boy also does come with a thing to be able to attach to him, which is pretty cool. Like I say, it comes with hands for every occasion. I'm going to slot some of those on in a moment so we can get some weapons in his hands. But my favourite thing, it comes with an alternate head sculpt, and this alternate head sculpt is awesome. Let me zoom in a bit so the camera will focus a little bit better. I had to zoom the camera out at first a little bit, just because he is such a big fig that it wouldn't give you the scale properly if I was zoomed in straight away. But let's just look at this, guys. Look at him. Look at that face sculpt. It's so cool. Articulation-wise, there's lots of it on this fig. So the head is on a ball joint, so you can make him look up, down, left, and right. There's plenty of movement in that neck hinge there, as you can see. The one thing I do love about this, the neck actually comes off as well with the head, so you can pop the neck apart from the body, which is nice. Let me just remove these again. Boop. Boop. The arms do lift up and down, which is nice. So there's plenty of movement there. You can rotate them fully around. Top cut at the bicep there, double hinged elbow, it wraps all the way around, and the hands as well are on some nice little hinge joints there, which is nice. There's crunch at the abdomen, as you can see there. We can crunch him back and forth. There's also movement at the waist. There's movement at the top of the leg, lifts all the way up, which is quite good for a big fig, and then forwards again, which is quite decent for a big fig. There's the cut there at the thigh joint, so you can rotate that around with double hinge knees that wrap quite well in. Again, a lot of articulation there for a big character like this, and movement at the feet as well with rocker and pivot. Let's have a look at the bottom. There is display peg hole, should you wish to use display base. I've not encountered any standing issues with this guy. He is pretty solid, and he's obviously he's a big character, so he's got that firm base when you plonk him down. He's a big, heavy dude, which is cool, and I'm loving the design of him. He looks awesome. I am going to change this head sculpt over, because I do prefer this other head. So as you can see there, the neck joint does pop away as well, if you wanted it to. Here is that secondary head sculpt that I was referring to. That's just so... I just like the snarling face a little bit better. And we can just pop this back on. There we go. Nice and simples. The figure, though, is very cool. We need to get some different hands on here, though, so that we can get some of these guns in hand, because he's got too many awesome weapons to not use here. So let's pop these hands and see how well easy these pop out. Ooh, I might need to warm that up. Just bear with me. Okay, so I have popped on 2 open palm hands, which are a little bit nicer for us to use with some weapons. Let me just move the camera again for us. So I've got those on now, which should make it a little bit easier. But you do have, literally, like I say, you have the fisticuff hands that came as standard. Then you also have some nice open palm hands, which are pretty cool. That's nice. Then you've got some sort of slightly like rounded grip hands. They're good for, you know, underneath. It's like attached, so it looks just like he's holding the bottom of the guns and stuff. That's pretty cool. And then we do get some like grip hands for the knife and stuff, and trigger finger hands as well. So I popped one of each of those on. So that means we can now slot these guns in his hand, which is nice. Yeah, you might need to warm up some of the joints before, you know, using them properly and stuff like that. Like, I just had to go ahead and warm him up a little bit to be able to get the hands to pop off without breaking the hinges. So just bear that in mind with action figures. That's like a standard thing. If you're a collector, you probably know that already. But just for those people that maybe have seen this review that are not as au fait with action figure collecting and stuff like that, and want to maybe pick up a figure like this, it's always worth warming up the joints first. It's just good practice when you're an action figure collector, because you can break figures quite easily, and that isn't anything to do with the manufacturer or the things like that. It's just that some figures are, you know, they're highly posable statues, if you will, and there's sometimes they break. But yeah, how cool is this? Look at that with the 2 guns. Like I say, this is definitely, you can tell like the influences of the sort of 80s and 90s shining through here with all these weapons, and it looks like something out of a crazy Mad Max saga. Say hello to my little friend. Oh, this guy, he just looks awesome. I can't wait to do some action figure photography with this guy at the weekend and stuff. I'm definitely going to take him out for some photography and things, because he's just, he looks like he belongs in as a bounty hunter in some form of starport. or looks like something that would face off against, you know, Cable and Deadpool and Sabretooth, and it's like one of those kind of figures. So he's badass, and I'm loving him so much. Like I say, he does also come with his big gun as well, for that ultimate oversized look. Very cool. He's very big though. I'm not, and then you got the knife again. I think this knife is meant to come out, but mine, like I say, is firmly in there, and I don't fancy breaking this on day one. So if I ever get it out and stuff, I'll do a short and show you. But no, overall, this guy is an amazing action figure. Highly recommend it. And I'm not just saying that because I've sent me him. I'm saying that out of love. He's an amazing figure, and I do love him so much. Very cool. But guys, what are your thoughts on this awesome action figure? Let me know in the comments below. Once again, thank you very much to Loose Collector for sending this awesome figure through to us for review purposes. I really do appreciate it. Guys, if you want to grab this, I will leave some links to Loose Collector in the description below and places where you can go and grab him now. Guys, thank you very much for watching. As always, I'm your host, Superstarl, and I'll see you in the next video. But until then, may the toys be with you. Bye!